Alright, welcome in everybody. This is Temple, here with you tonight. We're going to do this one. This race actually happened last night. We're just going to premiere it now. We got a race coming up at the top of the next hour, so we'll get this one in before that. And the race after this is going to be Static Pulse versus Satake. Oh, there's Satake checking in now. Anyway, let's start this one. Let's get going here and here. So there's going to be no audio for a second here. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Closest we're going to get. Get some game audio there, hopefully, in the mix. Yeah, looks like it could come up a bit. Anyway, this is round 2. Again, both racers have opted for no strikes. We got no nests, we got Bubble Monkey in the party. And no gifts and shops. That means all items are going to drop from enemies every fight. It's kind of a weird little flag. It's got a bit of ins and outs to it we might get into, but... What's up, everybody? Static, Whirling Winds. Yeah, we got the sprites. Everyone loves sprites. Love those custom sprites. Oh, Chargle's already got a floor 1 box. Quick little floor 1. It's hard to gauge audio sometimes with that loud AC floor music sometimes. Alright, Chargle's just going for it. I see a boss, let's fight it. It's a little annoying. Depends on what pile this is. Okay, it's not the 3'd pile, so that's good. Easy kill. Looks like Kelie opting for... This is kind of a strat you see people do with this sometimes. The way the no gift shops works, you can kind of just farm here early in the cave. We've seen pretty good success with it in the past with this flag. Past years, we've definitely seen racers just kind of do this farming technique on floor 1. And we'll see how it works out here. Looks like we're going to have some diverting strategies with how to handle these flags. The strategy on the right has definitely worked pretty well in the past for people, but we'll see how it goes. There's a pencil eraser. Yeah, it's tough. I guess it kind of makes the flag a little interesting because there are the two schools of thought with how to handle it. Yeah, that is a giant Bubble Monkey. Oh, Chargle's got baited by the heel. I think you have to kind of like move around a little more to get it to go. But yeah, the way this works with no gift shops, or no gifts and no shops, like I said, everything's going to drop from the enemies. It gets kind of tricky with the swirls. Greens are okay as long as you get in the fight. It's the auto kills you don't want. Red swirls will just drop the item entirely from, you know, the master list, I guess you'd call it. But and yeah, the insta kills will just kind of pass it to the next enemy. Or sorry, no. Yeah, that is how it works. It's weird. But if you get a green, that's fine. Like it's weird. The reason I'm bringing this up is because when you do this early farming, eventually you're going to start insta-killing these things, like, which doesn't really work out, but you kind of see, oh, there's a laser gun, okay. Oh, red swirls do pass it. See that? I hear like different things all the time. Oh, if you die or run away, okay. So you don't get completely punished for getting a red swirl. But anyway, you're eventually, like I said, you're gonna start insta-killing these early floor bosses, but you can kind of cheese it where you can like move at the last few frames, and it'll change kind of your swirl or the way it handles the engagement. So we've seen people do that too. Oh yeah, spying for present as well. You don't see that too often. I wonder if people even know about that. But we might see Kelie try to use that, where it's like you engage with the enemy, and then you kind of move in the last few frames. It's kind of an old Earthbound trick. Even like, yeah, there it is right there. You kind of move within the last few frames, and you avoid just the insta-kill. So you can actually farm. There's a night pendant. So yeah, we're starting to get some stuff. And this is kind of the school of thought here, is just get all your good stuff early and just kind of cruise the cave. There's a beguiling mush mush. I didn't see what that was. Oh, MBR, nice. We do have Jeff. But again, yeah, the other kind of flag here is no Ness, which is another layer to this. Bubble Monkey is another layer to this. Oh, there's a red. Sometimes you gets a little tricky with those, trying to cheese those swirls sometimes. But yeah, this is something even non-speedrunners have done in Earthbound forever. I feel like anyone who kind of plays Earthbound even once, you can probably run into it, where it's you have that like frame window where you can kind of move before the fight actually starts, or the swirl engages, or whatever it is. The Bird King. Sacred Herb, okay. So we're going to see Chargles get this exact same list, assuming he fights the same amount of enemies. Yeah, there's another accidental red. Not trying to do those, but it's happening. Yeah, Chargles, I mean, he's moving, he's digging. He's finding the way. Yep, that's true static. The skip items as well. I mean, that's a good... And that's got to be one of like the main sticking points with it for people who consider it as like, yeah, because it's tough. I mean, the skip items almost become null in this unless you just get lucky. Because you just got to get the right fight at the right time near the right skip. But if you farm early, then you're more likely to get those skip items. Use them later as you're running around, like Chargles is doing now. Berg, yeah, there you go, as we're talking about it. So yeah, it's kind of interesting just to kind of see a Magic Hand Bat. Yeah, just to kind of see the list kind of run its course here on the right. Kind of getting like a preview of what Chargles is eventually going to find. You eventually do start fighting a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's going to happen. Kind of like a little preview run here on the right. Banana. And once again, gifts are completely useless. I'm not checking them. It's one of those things you gotta get used to, I think. There's a lot of adjustments with these Z flags, especially when you cram them all together, but... not going for gift boxes is one of those muscle memory things you gotta kick. With this one, no Ness messes with you. I'm speaking from experience. We did no Ness last night, and when I raced Brooke, and yeah, it definitely threw me off a bunch of times, especially like the first 10 minutes. Just like you get used to menuing a certain way, and when Ness is out, you just kind of you're hitting weird things a lot. Yep, we got Vanilla Prey. Always good to know. Sometimes you don't know that till you're already at the end. Oh, I missed that. Trying to make sure. It's a good thing you're in here, Static. I'm trying to make sure this second race gets off properly while I'm doing this. But we got some time, and I kind of know how this one's gonna, how long this is gonna run anyway. So no problems there. I saw the time. Spoilers, I saw the race time. So we're good. Kelie's still grinding away here. Taking down Bird Kings. Picture postcard, completely useless. Yep, drop it immediately. Having Bubble Monkey in the mix here is definitely interesting. Just with swirls kind of mattering. Because Monkey can kind of cause some weird things, or just catch, he'll catch enemies off screen a lot of the time. So that kind of plays into it. I mean, Monkey's just annoying in general, for obvious reasons, but Traveltron, right when Chargos is right there. Oh, you got a Sank boss for Chargos. Yeah, he's just cruising. I think this is floor 2 boss? I think he's still on floor 2. I think he skipped. Yeah, okay. I missed some things. Miss some things sometimes, but we got an Asp. Jar, Fly Honey, there you go. There's more skip items. So there it is in play. Kind of getting your skip items early. Chargos. Easy floor 3. So, I mean, yeah, all things considered here, like, we've got two opposite schools of thought happening right now. And Chargos he's cruising a bit for sure. I mean, I've had floor 1s that lasted 11 minutes, that's for sure, and he's on floor 3. Start catching some good skips here. Mid-cave. And again, there are, what, 2 skips you can take? There's more than 2, but at least with your initial inventory, there are a couple skips you can take without needing an item drop. A tiny ruby, ruler. I guess you could run into, the backstage, or no, not the backstage pass, the show ticket room. Dungeon Man. So there are some things. Defense spray. I see those insta kills. I mean, they're fine. Doesn't drop the item, but you're not gonna get your item either. And I remember Chaz kind of hashed that out pretty early, where okay, I have this new flag set, test it out for me, and people were instantly cheesing greens. I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna fix that. Kelie got something useless. I didn't see what it was. Chargos, get that bottle rocket. Rain pendant's okay. That helps with some cave survivability. But not exactly endgame pendants that we're looking for, especially if you happen to get them early here. Catch a C pendant on floor 1. It's pretty good. Crusher beam, solid. And again, that's kind of this the school of thought on the right kind of in action. Get those GG items early. The presumption is you just kind of cruise the rest of the cave. Minor league bats, okay. I guess not good enough. Yeah, once again, shops are empty, gift boxes are empty. Slime generator. Food lunch. Brain food lunch is good. I like having those. At least for Chargles. I'm sure Kelie got that earlier. Kelie's blasting through the list right now. Vitality capsules, alright. Use that on Polly usually. Yeah. Or at least, say Polly, the person with prey usually gets that vitality capsule. You want that character to have a good amount of HP, generally. Psy Caramel. Chargle's poking his way around floor 3. Oh, I've not changed floors at all. Terrible streamer. Oh, and we're already... okay. Already got the floor 3 boss. Yeah, Chargles is definitely cruising. Slacking on my floor duties. This looks like Mondo Mole and not a third strongest. Maybe? Yeah. No, this is actually third strongest. I believe. I didn't see too many move sets there, but at the end it did look like just like a weak third strongest or something. Oh, Chargle's on the floor. Number 4. Yeah, I mean, even just from like a walking standpoint, a 16-minute floor 4 is pretty good. And like I said, you start catching, oh, there you go. Start catching some pretty good skips around mid-cave. That's when you want to start skipping, is around floor 4 or 5. Get yourself straight to 9. But yeah, this is one of those skips I was talking about that you don't necessarily need a drop. You can just buy a ticket and you're skipping. Buying your ticket to Skip Town. Yeah, was that it? I couldn't tell if that was just like a... Okay, yeah, there are more Starmen. I saw the Starman before. I thought maybe it was just like an NPC or something, which definitely jukes me a lot. So yeah, it looks like Chargles is quite deep here. Hit potentially... Yeah, I believe that's max skip from floor 4. We don't know for sure, so I'm going to hit question mark. But Starmen are generally floor 9 territory. Yeah, we'll find out. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a... Oh, right, there is the hint man, right? Yeah, a lot of people forget about that one for sure. But yeah, Gygus is a very clear indicator. So, yeah, I mean... 17-minute Gygus. Definitely fast. And Chargles... I don't think he has the gear, really. And you're going to be fighting late cave enemies. Maybe he just backtracks here. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, that's one of those, like, it happens in AC, where you're just like, I wonder how late in the cave I am. And it's like, oh, like, sometimes that's just... I wouldn't say it's super rare, fairly uncommon, but it does happen where you're trying to sniff out where you are in the cave, and it's just like, all right, there's Gygus room. Like, all right. Or like one of those things maybe you run into as a beginner runner, and it just breaks your brain. Oh, there's the beginning. Okay, there's pretty short floor. Looks like a lot of pretty short floors. Oh, Struggle's gonna opt to fight whatever this is. Spectre. Yeah, time to grind is right. Yeah, Yeah, Chargle's just going for it. I mean, yeah, 1400 MBR is definitely good. Looks like Spectre just slow because Jeff doesn't have any kind of, well, Bubble Monkey eating lightnings. There's an added bonus to Bubble Monkey. Anyway, yeah, Chargles doesn't have, I don't think, like a rabbit's foot or anything on Jeff, so getting pretty solid rolls there off the MBR and BBR. Yeah, definitely not useful on Gygas, that's for sure. Static, that's a good point. Might as well burn it now. I mean, maybe Pokey, but yeah, without any kind of speed, it's definitely a better call here. There we go. Yeah, that works. And I mean, that's gonna be a lot of, yeah. Yeah, a chunk of XP. Alright. Yeah, that's one way to get yourself to a point where you can fight endgame enemies. Chargles is definitely, throughout the rounds initially here, has had some pretty heady boss fights where he just ekes out some really good plays. Some crazy Gygas fights. Yeah, Chargles has been playing on his toes. It's, you know, okay. Looks like Kelie's decided to move on. 20 minutes. I guess 20 minutes was the cutoff, maybe. I don't know if Kelie had an initial plan there to have a 20-minute cutoff, but absolute cheese, yup. Yeah, worms are nice. They'll probably be running too, I assume, at this point. Chargles has got a lot of levels. Yeah, it's running. And yeah, I think we start running into weird swirlings, which I cannot explain. I remember hearing about this. Yeah, I think that's a no nesting, right? That's my initial, like, that's what my brain initially goes to, but I don't, again, I'm not, you know, I don't program these things. I'm not even close, so I assume those weird swirls are like a no nesting. Nice Atake. This race will definitely be over before the start of the next one, so we'll be covering both. Hey, Chargles, yeah, that's you. That's you with a 17-minute Gygas and some weird floor 9 swirls that we're trying to figure out with chat. And it is just floor 9. Like, it's like a no-nest floor 9 thing. I don't know, man. You just, like, have to force the second party member or something. Yeah, I agree, Static. That was kind of my initial thought with it. It's just I didn't have, like, a, you know, good explanation for it. It's just kind of like, that's what it seems like. No nest can just make the swirls weird. But it's weird that it only happens on floor 9, but oh, maybe that's just a code thing or whatever. Getting rocked by mooks. Yeah, this is why you don't want to. We don't want to farm on floor 9. We got SMRPG music. Just noticing now. I mean, I kind of heard it in the background, but I believe this is an Ori banger. Well, of course, the mooks are freeze resistant. Sick. Yeah, again, the downsides of farming on floor 9. Yeah. And maybe it's just the way the rando handles, like, you know, late game stuff and, like, pointers, I don't know. I'm sure Chaz could explain. What? Well, at least Chargos has a full heal right here. I mean, that's nice. That's good for the farming. And you're just getting ripped by mooks and robots. Freeze-resistant mooks, I should say. Yeah, another just like direct red. It just gives like opposite swirls or something. Like what should be clearly a green. It's just a straight red. And it looked like we were getting some blues off of like janky second party member stuff, which is generally greens. Yeah, Chargos just doesn't have the stuff to, okay. At least those guys aren't freeze resistant. You know, like a sea pendant or a flame pendant or something here would be nice. And he's not even getting anything out of these fights because they're these weird reds. The stuff he needs. Oh yeah, we saw this room earlier on Kelie's side. Chargos was definitely in here. So it looks like, I mean, just a fairly linear cave, like, and there's the green. I'm like, what the hell? Like short floors early, linear early, and then just like a straight skip to 9 off like a pretty much free skip, a $30 skip. Oh, you got a wet towel. So greens are okay, you just gotta win the fight and not insta-win. I mean, yeah, you can still insta-win off blues. That does happen. These fights are brutal. Chargo's good at just kind of rolling with the punches with Ancient Cave. That's like, I feel like if you're gonna have any, I guess, I don't know, qualities about you in Ancient Cave as a runner, like the mental fortitude to just kind of beast through these fights is like gotta be number one. We're just like dealing with this garbage because there's so much garbage. Chargo's in the red swirls. Healing Gamma, that's nice. Always welcome when you get that far. Yeah, it seems like a decent place to farm other than the Sunstroke out in Scaraba here. Somewhat survivable fights, I guess. That's a cool background. Looks a little laggy, but we got Freeze Gamma too. Monster Shocker. French fry pan's fairly useless. We're looking for pendants. I mean, we do have a night pendant. And I guess if you really want to push it, there's another weird red. Yeah, if you wanted to push it, you could, I mean, technically you could try Gygus with a night pendant. Oh, Kelie's got that floor 2 boss making his way. Oh, mushroomized, unfortunate. Mashroomized. Those freeze-resistant mooks back in action. I assume Kelie has like pretty solid gear. Oh. Get wrecked by freeze. Alright. We'll see if Kelie happens to run into this skip that Chargles found. Oh, that was on floor 4, I guess, so we're not quite there yet. But this was from what I remember, a short floor. I guess we could divert and see different ways here, but from what oh, see, Kelie does have the jar of fly honey, I believe. Looks like he's thinking about it. Thinking. It upsets the mouse, I guess, just in case you die. Yeah, I mean, you take skips, right? I mean, you see a skip, you take a skip. If you have a jar of fly honey. Oh, at the hospital, probably, yeah. I'm not 100% sure. Whoa, that's a noise. We got an extra strange master barf here. Belch, whatever it is. Mr. Chunks. And this does open the skip in Saturn Valley as well, so this is kind of a twofer if you happen to catch that door. Okay. Yeah, Kelie did have the jar of fly honey, so we'll see where this goes. Alright, it's definitely not any of the earlier floors. It's, I believe, forward. Just, it's no floor 9. I can tell you that. How's lightnings? We got Freeze Omega. Let's go. I caught that last night in my race as well. I can't remember the last time I had Freeze Omega. But with no Ness in the party, that's, I guess, another... You know, you get those silver linings with these Z flags, and short a party member Z flags, the other 3 tend to get pretty beefy. Catching all that extra XP. Fine banana. Yeah, and this is my kind of gripe, I guess, generally with this flag, and why I chose to strike it in my race is it does turn into this end game kind of fishing grind, where it's like, okay, I did it, I got to floor 9. Now I need to get, like, I need a C pendant to drop. I can't just find one in a box on floor 9. I need to get one from a fight, and it's just pure RNG. And you're kind of just, it just kind of feels bad when you cruise and all of a sudden you just like hit this wall of, well, I know where Gygus is, but I don't have the stuff and I'm not getting the stuff that I need. And maybe, yeah, it looks like Chargles has reached that tipping point. And like I said, he does have that night pendant. We got that pretty early. There it is. That is going to carry. And also, like I said earlier, Chargles is not at all shied away from, like, challenging Gygus fights and just kind of beast moding through. Yeah, you could backtrack for sure, especially with a mouse set. That's definitely a thing. Alright, we're gonna fight Gygus. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if Chargles can work his way through again. Yeah, especially like floor 4, I guess. You do run into the green swirl problem. But there are definitely ways around that. Oh, Chargles thinking about it. Hopefully we don't have a freeze-resistant pokey. Nope. There's our shield. Okay. So, not dead. Shield is up. Good start. Pokey's not freeze resistant. Oh, look at that. Kelie has the open ladder. Oh, that's gonna heal the mushroom too. So this is technically a skip. Looks like Chargles is gonna try out Brain Shock on Geeg. I know he's a fan of this one. Big proponent of the Brain Shock Gygus. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be a different. Oh, yeah, the music took a second there. Looks like Kelie had to think about it too. Yeah, this sounds like, looks like Kelie has been there. Yeah, I guess we've heard this before. Yeah, technically a skip. Kelie found the Belch door and the fixed ladder. Monsignor Dirt Pile. What a fantastic name. God, that Freeze Omega. 300 damage. So Gygus is brain shocked. Pokey's just kinda ripping away. Yeah. Gygus doing damage to Pokey off that brain shock. Chargle's pushing the freezes. Yeah, getting some decent rolls off those Rockins. Oh, and we're on phase 2. Alright, there you go. Now let's just ride that Night Pendant. These fights are definitely scary. Just a Night Pendant, no Franglen Badge. I'd be hesitant. Alright, I'm gonna start getting this next race set up as well here, so pardon my silence every minute or every second or two here, just kind of doing other things. We're just trying to smash Geeg. I mean, this is like low resource. This is tough. But probably get through 200 damage. Oh geez, Chargles is on phase 3, alright. Jeez. So we got a 1 HP Prayer Kid. But that's smart. Just keeping Pooh up. I believe the Night Pendant's on Pooh, and Pooh has crazy stats. So, and he's got healing Gamma, so it's like if Paula dies, whatever, like you've got a gajillion psychic points and healing Gamma. So this is a good strat. I do be liking the way Chargles is playing Gygus in Ancient Cave, not shying away to the risky fights. That's how you gotta play. I mean, it's something I'm really bad at. I tend to play it way too safe, but kind of just go for it. Sometimes it works. Oh yeah, see, Paul went down, but not a huge deal. Yeah, the outspeeds are key too. That's a good point. Getting Pooh to go in between Gygus and the prayer. The timing of that can be really clutch sometimes. Yeah, that's the thing. If the timing's bad and Pooh takes a mortal hit, it's just GG. Oh damn, Kelie had a hard time with that boss. I didn't see what it was. I was doing too much. Thunder and Storm proving to be too much for Kelie. That delayed music on that floor is so weird. Alright, making it through. I mean, like I said, you kind of keep this loop up. Oh, was that a... Yeah, Thunder and Storm. Oh yeah, that's a dot done, it looks like. Nice, GG. I missed the last prayer, but... Yeah. Chargle's taking down Monsignor Dirt Pile. Yeah, that was... Sub 50 is insane. Especially with... all these challenge flags, like all three. But it was a pretty good cave layout. Nice skips. Everything just kind of worked out. Uh-oh, lol. Yeah, timer's running, but that's done. That looks like we're getting the... I think Kelie keeps going, but yeah, we're getting the opponent finish talking in chat. But yeah, sub 50 is crazy. In any ancient cave setting, hitting that sub 50 is solid. Anything under that, obviously, is just better and better and better. Sub 45, etc., etc. They do happen. Obviously, sub 40 is like exceptional. Sub 40 is insane. I think we've only ever had one sub 30, and that was on old cave logic, I think, which had longer skips. There was no cap on skips back when the sub 30 happened. So you could just cruise to 9 a lot of the time. But yeah, we're gonna get set up for this next race. I'm gonna give this a minute or two. We'll ride this out. I think Kelie keeps going. We still have a few minutes before the next race is scheduled to begin. Oh, it looks like Kelie set the mouse for Thunder and Storm here. Oh, we do have Starstorm. Jeez. The lightnings. I guess that's the double-edged sword of the monkey. The monkey's gonna eat lightnings, but it's also gonna cause more of them. Boop. It was a tough Thunder and Storm fight. Must have a lot of HP or something. There we go. Oh, it's a banger. Alright, I think we're gonna start setting up for the next one. Yeah, we got a few minutes. Yeah, it's gonna take me a few minutes to crop and stuff, so yeah, we're gonna go to splash screen. We're gonna run some ads. I will get set up for this next race. Appreciate everybody sticking around. We got a live race coming up. Static Pulse versus Satake. Satake, the two-time winner. Static playing on top of his game right now, so it should be a good one. Yeah, we will be